We all love seeing Karens getting caught in the act. However, we also love watching them get what they deserve. So hold on to your seats because we bring you Karens who messed with the law and got what they deserved. First up, we have this man who decides to call the cops because he assumed she was stealing. However, she was just trying to get in her car. His own wife tries to stop him and apologizes to the lady for his behavior.
PT2. What he did after finding out it was our vehicle.
Even his wife is saying it's okay and he's still...
He said we hit his vehicle just so the police could continue to come.
I have a child in here.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Go home.
And I was just trying to peacefully shop for my baby. And
I know. We all do. But you know, sometimes
making a big deal.
Yeah. I know. It's okay.
The cops arrived shortly after and informed the man to leave. The video has now received over 1.4 million views with many commenters asking if she pressed charges, and she replied saying she didn't get the chance to do anything. Police allowed him to leave first. Drunk driving is never okay and can land you in some serious consequences. However, when this lady was questioned how much she had to drink, she lost it.
He is in the process of getting insurance. He's like, I just last week got his insurance or talked to his insurance.
Did you drive here or did someone drive you here?
Do what?
Did you drive here?
I drove here.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Not much. I was at home and then my son called me, so.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do since you drove here, we're going to do some tests to make sure you're all right to be driving.
I'm fine. I'm a justice of the peace. I'm an elected official. Please.
Well, either call a
What
ride.
was I supposed to do?
But she doesn't stop there because the whole ride to the station she yells at the officers.
I actually said a prayer in court yesterday for all of you guys. Whatever you know, I wanted to know what's going on with me. Call Sheriff Helder.
Are you going to make a decision?
No, I want you to call Sheriff Helder.
She was later identified as Andrea Jenkins, and it was reported that she spent the night in jail after her blood alcohol level read 0.17, and that's not all, because she later pleaded guilty to misdemeanor charge and was fined $1,040 plus court costs. However, her jail time in the case was suspended. Jenkins later released a comment in court stating, "I would like to take this time to apologize to all the concerned parties and to the community. My panic and inebriated state led to uncharacteristic actions and reactions that I deeply regret." No means no, but for this Kevin, he wouldn't take that for an answer, as he tried to finesse a Holiday Inn Express worker to upgrade his room after he booked the room too small.
With 2 kids, 2 adults.
Yeah.
The reservation on our phone is clear, what we reserved.
Yeah.
What do you expect us to do?
Well, with that one, we could get you checked in. It came in as a king suite reservation, so it has a king bed and a sofa pull-out couch.
What do you expect us to do? We have 2 kids and us. We can't all sleep in a king bed. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand. It's the way that Booking.com sent us the reservation, so all that we have is that, and we're sold out for tonight.
Okay, I get that. So what do you expect us to do? That's my question.
Well, that's
How
what
do we
I'm saying.
solve it?
Yes, so we could either check you into the room or we could cancel the reservation. That's the only 2
And
options.
sleep in our car? Do you have
No, I'm not.
evidence? Yeah. I mean, where else are we going to go? Are there any other Holiday Inn Express hotels you can check us into?
I don't have the power to do that, but there are Holiday Inn Expresses in Bloomington.
So you're not going to help us. You're going to say, take the room as it is, or you're on your own.
What I can do to help you guys is get you guys checked into the room that has the king bed and the sofa pull-out couch. But apart from that, we don't have any other rooms to check you guys into. If it's regarding what you guys reserved, you would have to call Booking.com so that they could assist you with something that happened on their end. But this is just the information that we've received from Booking.com.
Watch as he asks to swap a room with someone who is checked in.
Who hasn't checked in? What else is available with more beds?
We don't have any other rooms available.
Who hasn't checked in yet?
These rooms are reserved. I can't take them from somebody that's already reserved a room.
You gave somebody our room, right? The way it was supposed to be reserved?
No, because we held the room that we had the information for, which is the king suite. That's what Booking.com sent over to us. So we kept that room for you guys.
How did you think 4 people would fit in that room? I mean, when you see it come in, don't you go, this doesn't make sense?
No, because booking.com sends us the information, so that's the reservation, and we hold it as it is.
Bystanders try to step in and understand the situation.
I'm just stepping in, but you have a king bed and a pull-out bed, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 beds.
And 4
Yeah.
kids. 2 kids and us. And
Yeah,
it's
so-
none of your business either. What are you doing jumping into this? It's not.
Well, look, I mean, I don't think that
it's none of
it's,
your business.
I'm just saying there's
it's,
2 beds.
you know,
Yeah, shut it. I'm good.
that's not really respectful. I think we can just go ahead and cancel your reservation.
Then what are we gonna do?
You know, I'm not too sure, but there are a lot of hotels in the area.
Why don't you just sit tight for a second?
I will. I'll be here till 11.
He's finally come to the senses and finally says this.
We'll cancel if there's no penalty.
Yeah, we can cancel.
If there's no penalty. Booking.com gonna charge us?
No, but you just got to give a call to booking.com and let them know that you want to cancel, and then there's no penalty. Okay, call booking.com.
Do you know what the cancellation terms are? Is there a 24-hour notice? Is there?
They could tell you.
I'm not paying for 2 rooms. We'll hold it until we call booking.com and cancel it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hi.
Now we bring you these 3 youths that learned that saying some rude and offensive comments on a tram filled with mothers, children, and commuters can have consequences.
Oh boy! You got a muppet, get off the tram now! How old are you? How old are you? Get off the tram now! Bro, I'll waste you, I'll waste anyone! Don't chat when you're not even from England, you little...
How old are you?
You little...
How old are you?
What?
What are you, 18? 19?
Tram now!
I've been here longer than you have.
All places over, they get an immigrant. Get back to Africa! Listen, the young'uns who are doing you little muppet, don't chat.
Are extremely ignorant. Not very intelligent. Do you know
Get off
that?
the tram now! You get back, get off the tram now!
Get off the tram then.
Get off the tram. Hey, you jump off the tram now, bro, and I'll take you on the tram now. How old are you? 16? Get off the tram now! Get off the tram now!
They hop off the train. However, you can see how furious commuters are.
What are you, 16? Get off with the bottle of beer! Get off
7 years in the military.
Disgusting! Disgusting! You're a disgrace! You're a disgrace! Absolute disgrace! Ignorance! You are a disgrace! Absolute disgrace! Please don't.
That's not the only incident these boys created that day, as not shortly after hopping off the train, they surrounded another man, and after intimidating him, they moved on to the next target, which was a cyclist on their way to work. An article was later released which stated, Cauchy was admitted to 2 counts of using threatening words and behavior and 1 count of assault, and a further 2 counts of assault. Malloy was admitted 1 count of assault, 1 count of using threatening words and behavior, and 1 count of racially aggravated assault. One who has not been named was admitted 1 count of using threatening words and behavior, and 1 count of assault. Unlucky to Malloy because he was also ordered to pay costs of £400 and compensation of £50 to each of his victims. We all know the common phrase like mother like daughter. Well, that's just like this duo, who have been dubbed Karen and Karen 2.0 after being caught on camera demanding other passengers to move out of their seats so they could have the aisle seats.
We have little kids. We can't have nobody else. I'm not acting aggressive. I did. I just said you started yelling. We can't have nobody else. I was just trying to make you announce. I just was trying to ask if anybody would be willing to move.
Maybe step out on the jet.
Yes, please. Yeah. Oh no, that's okay.
We'll just go sit down. We'll just go sit down and she can just cry and scream on the plane. She's gonna grab onto you and scream and cry.
She said she'll move. She said she'll move.
Okay, ma'am, if you're going to say things like that, then you have to put you on a different plane.
I just wanted to do it for my birthday.
So she's like that you're going to scream and cry and I'm saying if that is the case, I'm not going to.
The daughter continues on harassing other quiet passengers.
I was asked that was apparently yelling, but I asked twice if anybody would move for you. They said that was yelling, causing promotion.
And you didn't just say you were sorry?
I said I'm fine and I'm sitting in my seat, and they were not okay with
So
that.
anyway, she comes
They're
to
not
my son,
okay
and
with that.
my son felt cold. He didn't want to get up and,
Exactly.
She gets to the end and she says, okay,
Have I asked
how'd you
you
do?
if
And I'd rather not.
It was later reported that the flight attendants felt that the other passengers would not be safe with the duo on board, so they were both removed from the plane. Southwest Airlines clearly states on their website, our airline has a pick-a-seat system where they don't assign seats to any passengers, but they are put into different boarding groups based on the time they checked in. Going to the doctors and asking to receive your note for maternity leave should be okay. However, if you run into this nurse, don't be expecting anything close to that experience.
What were you thinking about when you got pregnant, that you were not going to work? I'm just curious, because like I've had 3 kids. I worked up until the second they were born.
But am I you? Are you me? Do you know how I feel? Do you know how my body
that's why I'm
feels?
asking. I'm interested to know what you think. I want to know your mindset. So when you got pregnant, what were you thinking about?
I was thinking about having a kid. I'm confused on where you're going at.
I'm confused too, because you came in here and I did an assessment and I gave you my best medical advice. And you didn't like that.
But I said that I just wanted a note so I could take it easy these next 2 months.
And
I'm 7 months pregnant and I'm in pain. It's not fraud. If it was fraud, the doctor wouldn't be getting me my note right now.
Really?
Yes.
What I read on your chart isn't true.
Okay.
So I
What's
know
on my
it's
chart
fraud.
that's not true?
I read on your chart what isn't true, because I'm the person who saw you and did the exam.
Okay.
So it's okay.
But how do you know how I feel? How do you know how my body feels inside?
Because I stuck my hand in there and checked your
Okay,
cervix.
you checked my cervix, but how you know how my bones feel? How you know how my body feels, my legs, my back? How do you know how that feels? How you know how my nausea feels? How you know how my cramps feel?
Karen still acts like she has done nothing wrong or said anything offensive.
Because I called her a weirdo. Yes, look at you. This lady is crazy. Call the cops again. Call them.
It's okay.
Call them. I got you on video hitting me with that thing in your hand.
This?
This is the Philly Pregnancy Center, guys.
Yeah, okay, Jillian.
The Pregnancy Center later released a statement stating, "We at PPC have taken the recent uproar over the conduct of one of our nurse practitioners very seriously. The incident, her response, and the entire matter is under investigation." The patient's lawyer, Brianna Lynn Pearson, later released a comment about the incident stating, "The interaction between my client and the employee is an example of deep-rooted racism in the medical industry. Jillian is not currently pursuing any legal action, but she will most likely be suing." It's understandable to be a little disappointed when being informed the item you want is sold out. However, this Karen took this a little too far. We apologize for the sound, but the video's too good not to show. It was later reported that shortly after the incident, the worker reported the incident to the police and she was later arrested and charged with malicious harassment based upon race. Her bond was set at $5,000. A misdemeanor charge comes with a potential sentence of 1 year in prison. Next up, we have this woman whose racist, profanity-laced tirade on a New York subway was caught on camera.
Boff! Okay, stupid. Boff! Boff!
Letting me hit her back. She's hitting. You're.
New York Police Department released a statement stating, Leshchinskaya was charged with menacing in the second degree, criminal possession of a weapon, attempted assault, menacing, and harassment. Moving along, we bring you Mary Lee, whose video has recently reemerged of her trying to scam a shop owner.
This is real.
You sold me a knockoff purse, and then you sold me that.
This was mine.
Okay, I know what they told me. Y'all can do a refund, and I'll call an officer.
If you slander me and say this is, I will sue you.
You can't sue for anything that wasn't
It's
told
real.
that's not real.
This is real, baby.
Okay, Give me my refund, and I'll leave.
This is real. To me, you're calling me a liar.
I know what I was told in Atlanta.
I got the receipt at home.
Okay,
So if you want to push it,
that's great.
you slander me, I will sue you.
You sold me a knockoff bag.
I didn't sell you. This I sold to DJ.
This is your store,
No,
and he
it's
works
not.
for you.
No.
Okay.
This is his store.
Okay.
Look on the wall.
Okay.
Or wherever. This is not my store.
Okay.
Is this my store, Julie?
Okay. Okay.
This is not my store.
Where's my bags?
So if you call me if you slander me,
You have to look up the definition for slander and defamation and libel and know the difference. I used to work for an attorney.
Despite the owner telling it's real, she still assumes she is right.
That bag is a knockoff.
The wallet's not.
I can go back and get proof from Lennox as to what they told me yesterday.
They don't tell you if it's real or not.
No,
They can't.
the only way they can is if you leave it to get it hot stamped. That's the only way, because they won't hot stamp anything that's not authentic.
They won't hot stamp anything without a receipt.
No, yes they will. Actually,
I can
yes
call
they
the
will.
lady.
Call and ask them. I know what I was told. I know what I was told.
Now, where did
I
you get
had
this
some.
bag?
I bought it from Louis Vuitton. I have the receipts.
So it looks like to me you just wanted a bigger bag.
No, it's the same bag. I have the receipts to it. I even sent a copy
bag is
to
bigger.
it. That's a knockoff. They're not the same bag.
There's two sizes, sugar.
I know there is. I looked at them.
Well, I'm just telling you, that wallet is real. So when you tell that it's not and you attach my name to it, you just better get ready to buy me about 10,000 of those.
I'm not buying you anything. And quite frankly, you shouldn't sell stuff that's
This is not my store.
Then what are you here for?
I sold him the wallet. He called me this morning and said you said the wallet was
Yeah,
fake.
because that's what Louis Vuitton told me.
It
That's
is not.
them.
It is not fake.
With all her comments saying it's fake, she still has no proof.
Okay, you're incorrect on that.
It's not.
You're incorrect.
It's not. You're calling me a liar.
Yeah, you
And
are.
I have the receipt
You
for it.
are. You are very much a liar, because if you have a receipt, the receipt will match that number that is
got the
inside there.
receipt.
Okay, well then
And
you
it'll
won't have a
match that.
problem. Then you won't have a problem.
But I gotta find it. But let me tell you something.
Right.
If I have to find that,
There's a record at Louis Vuitton, no matter how old it is. The lady told me that.
well, let me tell you, I can call her and find it out.
Well, then find it out,
Because it's in
because
my
the
name.
ownership always stays with
It's in
them
my
unless
name.
you sell it with a receipt and that person has it
Call
transferred
Louis
to their
Vuitton. We'll
name.
call them and see.
Call them and find out. But I already documented everything.
I don't care. You just wanted a bigger bag, so it was.
I didn't want a bigger bag. I didn't want to spend money on a knockoff.
You got a bigger bag. That's all it was. You couldn't afford it. My wallet was
You can
real.
be prepared for the chamber and everybody to know y'all sold me a knockoff.
Yeah, that you was a
I
scam.
have everything in writing, pictures, and I did a video.
Oconee County released a report stating that she was served with 2 ex parte temporary orders, which are granted by the judge when there appears to be a clear danger without hearing the accused side. A 12-month stalking harassment order, which was granted against Mary on December 18th, which she broke 6 months later. Mary Lee has landed herself in front of a judge multiple times after numerous incidents, with even one court hearing being in the next few days. Many people are questioning why nothing has been properly done to stop her. Community pools are open for everyone. However, this Karen had other plans.
Don't you put your hands on my son? Take your sister right now. Don't you ever put your hands on my son. Actually, I will call the police and I will have you arrested for putting your hands on a minor. That's what I'm going to do. Good. Get out of my face, lady. I don't even know you. Get the out of my face.
Come here.
And you're going to jail because she just put her hands on my son.
It was reported that the lady was charged with a misdemeanor for assaulting a child under the age of 12, and Karen reportedly requested a public defender, and she is due back in court on August 20th. We all know Karens believe they can get away with anything. However, this Karen learned that this isn't always the case.
First day of recording my car being constantly damaged by this woman. You can hear her door slam against mine here. She parks so close to my car for no reason. She along with her child have been damaging my car. I have raised 3 children alone and have never had my children or myself damage other people's property.
However, this was occurring months on end.
My new car has over $2,000 in damages to my door panel.
The video later was posted online where many commenters stated she did the right thing, and the video will speak for themselves when handed over to her insurance company. The Karen is now under police investigation after a police report was filed about her and that her insurance details were requested by the police. Cameras are everywhere these days and definitely useful to have recording on this Karen, who has been harassing her neighbors on multiple occasions.
Coming in. California, he doesn't make covenants unless he can keep them to begin with. You've been lied to by Satan. This state belongs to Creator God. Don't be foolish.
She decides to start harassing through email.
None of you are who you think you are or do what you think you do. You don't know what love is. Love is not of humanity. It is of God. It is supernatural, not earthly. It is called his seed because it's unforgivable. God damn it, take a goddamn class!
They are just an example of people all over the world.
I am saying,
do not believe that they are sinners.
I am a prophet. These people don't know what a prophet is if they tripped over the prophet going pee in the middle of the night. These people are run by human understanding, influenced by Satan, the dark dank kingdom. Listen, people, enough of this. If you're not gonna wake up, then stay sleeping, but keep fuck away from the body of a Mashiach. We are risen, we are here, and you. I don't care who your God is.
However, the neighbors released an updated video with her charges. Take a look.
Hello, for those of you who wanted to know what she was being arrested for, here you go. Order to prevent domestic violence, willful cruelty to a child, preventing domestic violence, corporal injury on a spouse or cohabitant, contempt or violation of a court order. We're going to see a few of those. Contempt of a protective order, contempt of a protective order, contempt of a protective order, battery, contempt of a court order. So there's 11 charges now.
For some backstory to this next clip, we have a group of friends that just finished their dinner and were having a chat in the car park when this Karen decided to yell out some racial slurs at them.
I didn't even talk to you. Why did you walk up to us to talk to you? We were minding
I
our own
hate
business.
you Indians, that's why. Oh, these Indians, they come to America because they want a better life. But they're obviously not living the great life in India.
You are the one who's racist. Why do you make comments like that?
You come to our country and you want
You just said you're
free.
Mexican. How does that make
I'm
sense?
a Mexican American. I was born
What
here.
makes you think that we are not
Were you born
Americans?
here? Were you
What
born
makes
here?
you think that we are
Because
not?
of the way you speak. Because I'm a Mexican American,
But I'm not speaking to you. Leave the photo. You're the one who came and talked to me. I'm talking with my friends.
Like everywhere I go, you Indians are everywhere. If life was so great in India, why the are y'all here? Turn your camera off. I'm happy to talk. Turn it off.
No, why should I turn it off? You're the one who came and talked to me.
I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican.
She doesn't stop there as she continues with racist slurs.
Shut up! I didn't even talk to you. I did not talk to you. Do not
turn the camera off.
Go back to your car.
I am.
Go back to your car. Don't go back to your car.
Turn the camera off.
Go back to your car.
Don't tell me what to do.
But don't tell me to do what.
Turn the phone off. Are you with them?
Just shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
She was later identified as Esmeralda Upton and was arrested and charged with assault, bodily injury, and terroristic threats, and her bond was set at $10,000. That's not all, because Upton is still being investigated by Police Department's Crime Against Persons Unit as a hate crime, and more charges may be forthcoming. We have this Karen, or many people know her by, the package thief that gets caught red-handed stealing packages.
You know I live here. If I were you, I'll put that down.
Why?
Because those are my stuff. I live here.
You live here.
This is my house.
My mom lives here.
I want to call the police on you.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office released a comment stating, Rihanna Medina pleaded no contest to a second-degree commercial burglary and grand theft of personal property. She was sentenced to 180 days in jail and ordered to complete 180 days of a live-in residential treatment program following the jail sentence, and placed on formal probation for 5 years. It's very rare to ever see a car having 3 wheels, but it seems this Karen's car is just that.
Front wheel is definitely out. Let's see what this person's smoking. Bam! Bam! What are you doing? Get off the road. Miss, get out of the car.
Yeah.
Are you on drugs right now?
No, not at all. My car gave out. I mean, I had somebody help me before, and apparently the brake did not stop.
Do you know you're driving on 3 wheels right now? Your wheel's completely out. You just crashed into this gentleman right here.
You almost
You're a hazard. You're on the freeway.
80 miles on the freeway, on the 3 wheels.
I'm going to trade in.
You need to get out of the car.
I will.
Just get out of the car, miss.
Just leave the car.
You're on drugs right now. You're on painkillers. There's
So leave
yes,
the
you
car.
are.
Oh my God.
You are on some drugs right now.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Put your car in
Okay.
park. It's not even in park. Put your car in park, miss. Put your car in park. Put it in park.
It's in park.
Did you go forward?
Yeah, police are on their way. No.
Okay. Just
But
leave the car.
there's something wrong with you right now. You're impaired. You are impaired, miss. Just come over here.
Okay.
Just listen to her pity story.
How did you get in an accident?
I didn't get in an accident.
Well, what's going on right here?
How did you? Why did you pass this gentleman on the right
Okay,
side?
I'm sorry. Could you please cut me a
Are you having a hard day?
Let you drive because
Yes,
you can
I
kill
just-
people. You can kill
I just
people.
got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
I'm sorry,
I'm so sorry.
but we don't want to see you hurt yourself even
I
further. You
don't
can
either. I
you can
feel
maybe beat pancreatic cancer, but you can't beat
I don't
crashing your
know
car and killing other people.
I don't know if I can beat it.
Well, I'll say prayers for you tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This is so not unlike me. I have a perfect driving record.
I'm sure you do. We were concerned about this situation. As you can see, you're driving on 3 wheels.
Not long after the video cuts off, cops arrived and reported that there was no sign of impaired driving. The Irvine Police Department released a comment on Twitter stating, "We are aware of videos on social media related to a traffic collision." While the woman was not arrested at the scene, and the case remains under investigation and will be forwarded to the Orange County District Attorney's Office. Police officers are usually taking care of crime. However, this officer was caught on a body camera saying some racist slurs.
It literally does get old, like you said, because literally every day, it's not like
it's not like it's an overwhelmingly like 50% to 50% shot where you get a call and they're like, yeah, white male, or you know what I mean?
Well, my buddies just have the scanner, and they send me text all the time, and they go, hey, is it such a big deal for a white male? And I go, and it's like, I know it sounds terrible to say, and somebody says I sincerely don't, because, bro, they're the worst race, and you can't deny, like, over the last X amount of months, they are, and you know, because we worked, they are getting worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting worse, and people are defending them. Are you kidding me?
The police department came across the video after a routine review of body camera footage and turned the video over to the Albany County District Attorney's Office, who notified their police chief immediately. It was later reported that the department is reviewing Hop's personal file and arrest to see if there are any additional incidents or potential complaints to scrutinize. Next up, we have two fishermen who were caught cheating as they weighed down their catch with lead balls at a competitive fishing tournament. However, when they were approached, things got a bit out of hand.
Listen to me right now. Everybody listen to me right now. Jake, I want you to leave. I don't want anybody to touch these guys. I want you to leave. You need to go to jail. Tell the cops.
When questioned, they were both silent.
Do you have anything to say, Jake? You call the cops. I got video. You got anything to say? Hey, you guys leave. All that. That's what you.
Mr. Runyon and Mr. Kaminsky were indicted earlier this month on felony charges of cheating, attempted grand theft, possession of criminal tools, and misdemeanor charges of unlawfully owning wild animals. Both Runyon and Kaminsky pleaded not guilty to cheating and other charges and were released on personal bonds of $2,500. Karens always ask for the manager. However, what happens when the manager is a Karen? Well, in this next clip, we have this manager who calls the cops on this woman, all because of a coupon.
It's a female? She's wearing a green
Tell them I'll be here when they arrive, that I will be waiting for them to arrive.
A white.
You can tell them her name is
dress,
Camilla Hudson. I have ID and we'll share
Camilla
it.
Hudson. And it's probably spelled C-A-M-I-L-L-A-H.
You got it. Exactly, like the river.
Morry, M-O-R-R-Y. Matson, M-A-T-S-O-N. African American.
Black. No, I'm not African American. I'm black. Black isn't a bad word.
All right, thank you.
A statement was released by the manager's company stating, "We have completed our investigation, and as a result, the two colleagues who were involved are no longer employed with us." Having a Karen as a neighbor must be extremely difficult, especially like this one. Despite their biggest efforts, the Karen decides to put an alarm on their rooftop Ring camera. Comment was released by the owner stating, "I have filed a police report which landed the Karen getting charged with harassment." Karens seem to be everywhere these days, especially this next one. He had a mental breakdown on a plane.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, put your mask on. Who invited you to come
eating and I can
drink your ass up? Don't you dare talk to me like that.
God damn it.
You stand your ass up. Stand your ass up. Stand your ass up.
Sit down, Karen.
Karen?
You're a goddamn Karen.
No.
Sit down.
Sir.
Sit down, Karen.
Sit down.
Ma'am,
No, you're the
Oh, no,
my
you're
dad.
do you want the police to meet you on the ground?
What about him?
Mask up. Now.
Mask up.
Put your mask up.
Mask up. Tell him to mask up. Tell him to
You got
mask
your
up.
mask down.
What the lady does next is just shocking.
Sir, stop it again.
Now you're going to jail. That's assault. You're going to jail. As soon as we get in Atlanta, you're going to jail. Karen. Hey, spit on me. Now you're double going to jail.
Piece of
Sit down, Karen. Sit down, Karen. Sit down. Look, she punched me.
Put
She
your
slapped me.
mask on. Tell him to put his mask on. Put your
She
mask
punched me.
on.
She scratched my face. I want to.
Put your mask on. Put your mask
Put
on.
yours on.
I won't put my mask on. I will put my mask on when you put your mask on. Thank you.
A criminal complaint was filed which stated that the woman assaulted the man by striking and spitting on his face and head. In court, federal magistrate Judge Christopher Bly set Cornwall's bond at $20,000. And after an extensive discussion with her attorney, she was permitted to fly home by plane, if she followed the requirements laid out by the judge. The judge also mandated that aside from her flight home, Cornwall is not allowed to travel by any interstate commercial carrier, including plane, bus, or train while out on bail. She has been placed on Delta's no-fly list.